Hey everybody, welcome to this week's reading. This week I'm going to be using the Muse Tarot. I'm going to be pulling 5 cards. I hope everybody had a good week this week. Thanks for following. Having a good weekend. Feel like the weeks are just flying by. July's almost over. We've got like, what, 5 months left until Christmas, which I know nobody wants to hear about, but it's coming up fast. The rate we're going. Getting ready to switch from Pisces and Virgo to Aquarius and Leo in the nodes. We're in Leo season. We've got the Aquarius full moon coming up on the 29th. Let's see what kind of reading we have. Like, even though we mentioned all the astrology that's going on currently, it affects everything, and we're still timeless. I don't use the jumpers, sorry. Yeah, they're still timeless, so you can use whatever full moon's coming up if I talk about a full moon. The nodes will be changed for the next 18 months, so those will still be relevant. And Saturn is going retrograde. That's going to be until December. And Mercury is coming in retrograde. A little bit rough for me this time around. Let's see what our first card is. Oh, we got two. Queen of Materials. Everything's coming up roses. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use the Queen. She was on top. To get a note for everyone anyway. Got the Eight of Emotions. Total Eclipse of the Heart. We've got the eclipse season coming up. If that's not glaringly obvious by that card. Look at that, it's a black hole in the middle of the donut. Well, Ace of Emotions. Under the Sea. Five of Emotions. Someone else survives, let it go. And the World Cosmos. Something. My first thought is it's a car decal. Or car emblem. That was a Rolls Royce has the wings. And then I kind of have the Journey Stara Beetles. Live also. Right, so let's see what we've got going on here. Got the Queen of Materials. She's coming up out of the darkness. Even though there's flowers all around her, they're kind of hard to see. And she's popping up out of the darkness. Little mini me down here. Maybe her subconscious or ego in the background. But I've got that everything's coming up roses, so good things are coming up. Got a lot of emotions going on. This one is giving me Eclipse. Got that the wavy lines, like when the heat comes off the street with the mirage, and it gives that street the wet look when you're driving down a hot street. Not in a long time. You see it all the time when I was little. Driving down a long stretch of back road, and you see that looks all slick with the heat coming up, distortion. When she's in the desert. So with the eclipses coming up, just be aware of something not being what it seems. Um, like I said, those heat waves making it look like a wet road when it's not. So just pay attention. Things are going to be good, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't pay attention to something not appearing what it seems. I mean, she's walking by herself, so it's something that you're working on by yourself, something you have to do by yourself, headed into this eclipse. But just beware that not everything is as it seems, and that could be on the good side too. So a lot of people automatically assume that not everything is as it seems, is like foreshadowing something bad is going to happen. But maybe it could be something good is going to happen as well. Like maybe something happens. I don't know. We use like hopefully it doesn't happen. You get like a flat tire or you're running late and it keeps you from something else happening down the road, that kind of a deal. So it could be something doesn't work out and it's a blessing in disguise kind of a deal where this door closes but it opens another door and another path. So just keep an eye on that. And then we've got the Ace of Emotions where she is coming up for air. She's under this water. She's been buried. You know, water is emotions. And aces are new beginnings. But in this case, she's been feeling like she's drowning. She's under the water. Even though she's got all these beautiful things, she's got the starfish and all these pretty fish under here. She's got kind of underwater flowers in her hair. But the look of her coming up is like this. This is her on the other side. The flowers, everything coming up. She is coming up and being buried under all these emotions at the bottom of this ocean of emotions for a breath of air. Finally, finally, things are looking up. Literally, she's looking up and she's getting a breath of air and finally coming out from all of this emotional, well, I would say emotional bullshit because that is what I feel like. And then, you know, she's got that flower. It's kind of playing off of this where she's got the blue behind her. And if she does look it up, then everything is finally coming up roses. Got the Five of Emotions, which has water also, but this is frozen. And that's all I can think of is the movie Frozen, where Elsa has been, you know, she was in solitude in Ice Castle because it was just easier that way. I know everybody painted her like some kind of a villain, but it was just easier to stay by herself in her little ice palace. So it's kind of got like a hermit vibes. There's some kind of little detail in there, almost like wings. And she's holding the moon. So she's got the moon in her hands. So we've still got the full moon in Aquarius coming up. Or, like I said, timelessly, it'll be whatever full moon's coming up, but she's holding it in her arms, up against her chest, against her heart. So something may be coming up where maybe it's time to come out of the solitude, where it's time for things to thaw, so we can come up and get that breath of air, and the good things can start coming in. And then we've got the world, cosmos, and she's still coming up out of the water. It's like this is her. She's still got like a bathing suit on, and now she's got wings. Whatever this is that's been happening that's kept you underwater, maybe it's given you wings to move on to something else. She's got the whole world above her head, and it still kind of has you know, the solstice, not the solstice, I'm sorry, the eclipse type vibes. So maybe we've got the solar eclipse versus the lunar eclipse. I don't remember which one is which. Let me look at my phone. I think they're both in August. Like I said, this is giving me Rolls Royce, and I'm not saying that everybody's gonna come into a whole bunch of money, but maybe financially things are gonna start looking up for you as well. Oh, you've got Journey had well, the winged scarab, which also gives me that kind of vibe, which I believe is new beginnings as well. But let me look up eclipses first. 2026 eclipse season. So August 12th is the solar eclipse, which we have up here, and that is coming up pretty fast. And then the lunar eclipse is at the end of the month. So it's going to be a partial lunar eclipse around the 27th and 28th of August. So we've got the solar eclipse at the beginning and the end. So this looks like it's like an August vibe. And even if you catch this later, these eclipses will go until they close in next year with the next eclipse season. So this energy will carry forward. So they are still timeless no matter when you get it. There's always an eclipse season coming up. It depends. It just changes signs and different months. So it looks like we are finally coming up and being able to breathe for the first time in a very long time. We have been kind of by ourselves in our Elsa Palace, holding our breath, buried under emotions. The weight of the whole ocean has been pressing down on us. And we are coming up for that freaking breath of air, which we have been needing. And then it leaves us coming up roses. Everything will be good. Just remember that with this eclipse coming up, it's going to give you this miragey feeling where not everything is as it seems, so try to hold it together. And eventually everything is going to be coming up. Whatever success is for you, the low voicey type of thing. And let me find out the meaning of the scarab beetle. So scarabs are rebirth, regeneration, and the rising sun. So, and transformation. So it's still kind of relevant. You know, you're going to be transforming as you come up for air. Things are going to transform. You're going to kind of melt some of this away with these moons. Things are going to start moving, and she's still got the water behind her. So she's fully out of it now. Things are going to move up. Whatever success is for you will be happening by the end of this eclipse season, by the end of August, and it will be transformative and kind of like a new beginning, being reborn again, and a resurrection type of thing. So I hope everybody enjoys this reading. I think that's pretty much all of it. I hope if something resonates, keep it. If it doesn't, you can let it go. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, or follow if you're new. Helps me out. My algorithm has tanked, and what happens is doing really good, and I guess for some reason YouTube stopped showing them to everybody. Gotta figure out what I did different so I can get it changed. But as always, I hope you enjoy the readings. I hope you have a fabulous week coming up and a tremendous rest of your weekend. And as always, have fun. I'll see you all next week.